Это мультипечь технологии обработки горячим воздухом. Она готова без добавления
Стрим начался. Стрим, значит, начался. Так. В эфире.
Секрет заключается в специальной чаше с отверстиями, через которые весь жир стекает в специальный контейнер.
Так. Ну давайте что делаем? Так. Ну что, ребят, начинаем. Что ли? Второй тур. Третий. Третий сейчас идет. Если заставка, то это за 3 часа идет, а не 5 часов.
For another Brawl Stars Championship monthly final. This time around, it is August, so I'm going to be joined by Arm going through all of them. Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting game and no time to waste. First up for the APAC region, it is going to be Jupiter vs SK Miracle, followed by Jupiter vs B-Boy, and then SK Miracle versus B-Boy. And jump over to Europe, Tribe versus Code Magic Purple, and SK games will be following up as an particular round. Yeah, and a lot of changes in the meta. There's a definite trio of brawlers that are very strong this month, but let's look straight away at the points because two teams had a fantastic month. Both Jupiter and PSG have qualified for the main finals this year. And that is all of the APAC slots already taken. As you can see, 2 taken, 2 filled. EU, we've got 1 to fill, but across the board, there's still 5 total participants looking for those world final slots as we go into the end stage of the APAC monthly finals. As always, there is big money to earn as well, so although PSG and Jupiter have both qualified in the APAC region, SK Miracle will not be home empty-handed. They can pull off a good win today, but here we see the players as well. For Jupiter, Ponkotsu, Hagega, Ryu, and Tensai, all looking to make that happen for Jupiter. And that SK Miracle lineup, formerly known as Abdo, they got picked up halfway the season. They've got a tall order against Jupiter today. Our team has been on an absolute manic spree. They've been getting these top finishes in all the monthly finals, themselves at world final position. I think that a lot of the have been struggling with the Japanese region since we merged those two together to accommodate China. It's such a high standard to live up to, and a lot of pressure being felt, no doubt, from the Korean side of things. But that's what you've got to bring the fire, and you've got to have been one of the most consistent teams throughout this entire competition. Absolutely, and even before then, we were talking about it before in the rehearsals, that, Jupiter is a team who nearly went the entire distance at last year's World Finals, only being really beaten out by Tribe. So they had a great performance last year, and they've carried that strength into the new year. Yeah, this is exactly it, and again, a bit of pressure there to be felt, no doubt, to make sure they're satisfying the fan expectations for the grand final, but definitely be looking to give them a run for their money and go away with being able to hold their head high. Let's take a look at the badge. You're talking about how 3 dominant picks really rose to the top art, and 2 of them have been taken off the board. That's Surge and Gale being removed, and I believe the last one was in that conversation. Yeah, basically having spoken to the players this week, everyone said Surge, Gale, and Mr. P are the top 3 most dominating brawlers in terms of the meta. Going straight in then to gem grab for set 1, Hard Rock Mine, a classic gem grab map up first then. And we're going to be seeing what these brawlers are going to do. With some of the changes that came in from After. We had some new gadgets unlocked as well. Bo's got his remote detonation now. I wonder if we'll see that today. We saw a lot of Bo play, particularly around his other gadget, Super Totem. So I wonder if we're going to have... Yeah, new gadgets to me really why definitely some gadget feels really exciting to shape up. Bo taking we're going to see as Hyper straight up, which caused Ponkotsu some issues there, and already a good time there at the early takedown, running that true silver skin as well. You love to see it, Trick. Yeah, it's just disappointing, isn't it? We've already got the kill. That's getting covered to make it easier to land these shots onto the rest of the team, but Milgreo takes the initiative and moves forward to try and get an aggressive hold, but already having to back away, 628 HP. It's going to need to heal that one up. Yeah, one thing I've just noticed as well that Wu Hayek is running the Handle with Care star power, so not Revolving Door, and Revolving Door has been actually on for both teams, so an interesting shift in the meta perhaps, because Revolving Door has been the favoured star power, I think it's fair to say, for the majority of this tournament so far since it was introduced and reworked into the game. And this composition from Jupiter is actually struggling. They are getting gems, they are getting territorial control, but they just keep falling like flies to the pressure of SK Miracle. Wu Hyuk's been able to get so many kills on the right-hand side, and Ulysses is exactly the same. Ponkotsu, he wasn't so tanky, didn't have those perpetual heals coming out from his super. I'd be concerned that he wouldn't be able to obtain these gems, but now he's under a lot of pressure. This is the first time he's had to back away from a gem because of damage, and Lil Giant going to try and deal damage. He's going to get punished for this one by Hagego. We're still going to keep up with the 7-6 scoreline. Yeah, a very aggressive car push there, and actually did drop the gem to Pocotty 7, tying things up then as we go down to the wire here for a countdown, and both teams are looking for it, but I really do like those aggressive car plays that we're seeing from Little Giant early on. One thing to note as well, Ark, is if one team gets to the countdown 10, the game is not Jerome Steele. Oh my god, they take it out on the back line. SK Miracle! They've just been absolutely demolished by Jupiter. How did they get that kill in? Yeah, team wipe straight away, and no messing about for Jupiter. A pretty quick turnaround. A bit of a drop of the ball then from SK Miracle, who are now so much on the back, but I can't see them doing anything about this. And yeah, game 1 goes to Jupiter. Okay, so even down to the wire, and then suddenly Jupiter just explode forward, get control, and seal up the game. What I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted by those kills, Ark, was that because it was so even, if someone just got to 10 gems, it wouldn't really matter that much. The game was a guaranteed win. They weren't going to go super defensive because the spawner could have caught up the difference in that 15-second cooldown anyway. So they would have still been fighting even if one of them hit 10. Yeah, absolutely. SK Miracle, I think, for me, just dropped the ball a little bit. And it's a shame because they were actually doing really well until that point in time, and putting some good pressure, some really aggressive plays. And yeah, but that's